be, I reckon.
I'm ready.
Hey, how about the background on mine? Is it, you hear a big bunch of roaring sound?
I can hear some fans, but it's not real bad. What about me? Can you hear my air conditioner in the window?
Sound better tonight.
What do you say there, 1940?
Does my audio sound any better tonight than cutting in and out like it was the other day?
Yeah, it's doing good. The only thing I could, you ask about if there was a way to do anything different or whatever. The only thing, I don't know how to tell you this, and I'm not criticizing you. Everybody run their own way. The only reason I'm saying is because I have to do it. I don't yell into the mic, but it's almost that much. So that's what I do. See, normally I talk like this right here, and hey, how's it going, crazy man? Because if you talk to crazy man too loud, he'll say, oh, you hurt my feelings. So they say, all right, crazy man, let's go. And say, oh, you're mean. So I have to be careful. When I talk on the radio, I normally talk like this right here. Okay, that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, boy, I agree with you on that. That's one reason I wanted to go to this type of mic was that I definitely found myself on a handheld mic. The longer I would talk, the more loud I'd be screaming into it.
Right, well, what you on now?
I'm on that big CMD 104, but I had 434 go in and clean all of the contacts and all for me.
Yeah, 10 forward. Do you have I'm just asking you now, do you have any kind of thing going on in the background, any kind of noise, like fans or choo-choo trains or anything like that?
The only thing I got in the background would be fans.
10 forward. Do you have a mic gain on the radio?
10-4.
Can you turn the mic gain up a quarter of eighth of an inch up?
Okay, how's that sound?
All right, leave it right there. Going right there now.
Okay.
If you leave it right there and you stay the same distance that you are when you were just talking and you talk the same loudness, then everything will be fine. You're just getting, you need a little more presence in your voice to me. That's what I was wanting there. Okay, well, I'm going to get ready for this old radio night there. How about y'all?
I already got the camera rolling. I'm ready to go.
Okay. Uh-oh, go ahead, crazy man.
Okay. Crazy man. The beard, it's 2985 Ranger Radio. Was up the lower sideband. I got married to this radio anyway, that 21. They use a D04. I write that and married to that. And that's it. I never get rid of this radio.
I hear you. Yeah, I'd like to hear that old radio too, that old one.
The 22 type.
That 23 channel one, that bass one you got.
Well, it says over there, the ring, I can't hook no ringer to it. The rascal. The ringer don't work on that radio for some reason. I don't know why. Same hookups I got them back this radio. Look at that draw go. Wouldn't do nothing.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't have one of them lanyards there. I'm scared of.
Oh, heaven forbid.
Some hammy ham might get mad.
Yeah, they get jealous, especially if you run more power than they do.
I like them on sandwiches and, I like ham sandwiches and stuff like that. Well, I tell you what, hey, not changing the subject, but, of course, one might get me. But anyway, hey, I cooked those bratwursts on the grill. Now, my wife got those cheddar bratwursts. They're okay, but, she gets them because she thinks I like them. That's one thing about her. She'll get stuff that she thinks I would like. She won't eat it. And 9 times out of 10, I probably won't like it, but I got to eat it because she got it, thought I'd like it. If she just get what I wanted, everything would be okay. But anyway, I just rather have the regular Johnsonville, regular bratwurst, no beer ones, nothing else. But anyway, and then I got the ballpark all beef franks, big one, you know, not the real fat ones, but I don't know what they call them. It's something new came out. And that was good.
About your dog, though, what his name or what kind your wife got?
No, I didn't give her the ones with the cheese in it. I give her the all beef hot dog and chopped it up.
Oh, poor thing. I thought you might give her something that your wife bought. I bet she'd stick her nose up on that.
Well, I gotta be careful with that. I don't know if that, you know, might be too spicy, you know, or whatever. But anyway, I mean, those are okay. But and I'll eat them. They're good. But I just like the regular kind there. So anyway, let me go ahead and say what night it is. It's Friday, the 16th of June. Night Ranger has made me run a little bit late, and I apologize for his tardiness. It's 8:36 p.m. and I'm just talking on the same Galaxy Saturn MD4 meter with a Turner Plus 3 mic and a shockwave antenna, and it's very, very legal. It's very legal. I don't have anything. I'm very legal.
Yeah, and it's all my fault, although I'm not sure how it was my fault, but it's all my fault you're running late.
Yeah, you made me late.
Alright.
Okay, what you got over there?
I'm talking on my favorite CB radio of all time, which is not great big, but still it's my favorite radio. Manufactured somewhere between 1981 and 1985. A Realistic TRC-451 40-channel sideband mobile from Radio Shack. Static D104. An Astron RS-7A power supply. And that's going into my homemade wired J-pole up about 90 feet. And I'm running 100% legal, just like that 21 dirty diaper. I mean, I'd never, ever, ever run an amplifier.
No, even though you're a ham operator type, able to get over there and all like that, I don't know if you are a ham or not, I don't know, but you know, some of those guys understand that those ham guys, they can run like 1,500 watts, but even a lot of them got it to where it'll dead key 1,500, but the thing will modulate to about 30,000. I don't know how they do it. That's what I'd like to do. I'd like to get me something that would just, you know, get out a little bit better. And I'm putting that on my bucket list. Okay, well, I really think it sounds good to what you got over there.
Yeah, I like this radio. Good AM radio, good sideband, frequency stable. Good sounding radio on both bands. Doesn't drift around all over the place. I think this is probably one of the best radios at Radio Shack. Of course, Uniden made it for them. But I think this is probably, of all the sideband radios I've seen that I've played with at the Radio Shack, I think this is the best one. They should have just, you know, it's the Radio Shack, it's like the Cobra 148 GTL of the Radio Shack brand. It was their classic. Now, they had some good basses too. I had a TRC-490, which had a good receive on it, but that thing, it had a tendency to squeal, and it didn't like an amplifier. It would like hum or whatnot. And so even though I had one that was mint condition, I got rid of it. But still, of all the Radio Shack radios, this is my favorite. I know some people are big fans of the TRC-458, the 40-channel sideband bass from about 1978 or 79, somewhere around there. But the 451 is my favorite.
I know you told me, but what year did you say it came out?
Well, I think they first appeared in the Radio Shack catalog around 1981, and I bought mine in 1984 with my tax refund check from my summer job the previous summer, and I was quite proud of it. This radio has an excellent noise blanker on it too. Excellent noise blanker.
410.
The radio, when you peak it out, it does about 4 watts. It'll actually dead key more than 4, but I always set it at 4, and on sideband it'll do like about 20 watts. It's got that 2SC 1969 transistor final in it with a 2SC 2166 driver. It's not very friendly for putting extra channels in it. It is possible to put extra channels in it, but it's ugly. And so, you know, if you want extra channels, this is probably not the radio you want to look at. But if you're content with straight 40 channel AM sideband, it's a great little mobile and makes a great bass.
Roger, well, I'm going to stand by thinking some other people. I know that 1940, he's wanting to get in there.
All right, go ahead, 1940.
10-4, appreciate it. I'm on Silver Eagle and Stag D104. That I've had cleaned up, and I hope that it's working much better now. Also, a radio is the same one I usually use, 2995 RCI. And other than that, everything's been going well with me. I have no complaints.
Well, that sounds good. Got good audio on it. And I do want to add, Dirty Diaper in 1940, that I do happen to have a, for those that watch the video, just please ignore that big relay click you hear when you key the mic. That's nothing but a completely legal, all gray DNA Maverick that's putting out 4 watts.
It's a receive amplifier, right?
Yeah, it's a great box with a receiving preamp in it, and it's got 8 tubes in it, and it puts out 4 watts.
All right. Hey, 52, is that you, 52? Roger, what you doing out there? I hear you. Hey, I hadn't had a chance to go get that pizza yet. I wanted to wait until the better half got back from New York there, and do it then. And I've been busy. Crazy man has been working me like a rented mule over here, you know. Yeah, 10-4, yeah, that's what we got here, and that's Night Ranger, he's recording, and I'm recording, and he's got some people out there in the West Indies. He's got that 24246 out there. But what you talking on over there?
Yeah, man, I changed up a little something. I got Silver 29 with LTD Classic I'm talking on. Something working inside. I went and had it turned down and whatnot. I got that thing doing about 2.5 watts. Doing about a 4-watt forward swing, man. And then, of course, I got my 15 515 box with the Wilson 5000 antenna. Okay,
I hear you. Well, look here, the other night, when it was a lot of lightning and hail and all, they said it was tearing up over there around your place. Did y'all get any of that hail? They said they had 3.5-inch hail over there.
Well, I got it, man, that thing beat up to death. Yeah, I got a bunch of that hail. I got it on video. I sent it to News Channel 4. They used my video on the TV there, because that thing was about the size of a golf ball, some of it, and a lot of it was about the size of the marbles you used to shoot. Not the marbles, but the shooting marbles. A lot of it was about that big, but we got, the whole ground was solid white.
Yeah, Roger, that was your house with a bunch of toilets turned upside down in the yard?
And the pink flamingos and the tires buried halfway in the ground and painted white.
That's your yard there with the toilets and all turned upside down and the tires in the ground and the pink flamingos?
Negative. No, I happen to be over at the hospital at Somerville Medical when all that stuff broke loose, but it got my truck beat up pretty good. Dennis all later about it, and it was my truck and all, though, from that hell beating the truck up.
Great day. Well, did it hurt your windshield? Because I know somebody that might help you out on that.
I'm good with the windshield, you know that. I got the windshield taken care of, but no, man, the windshield ain't beat up, but the paint all did in the body did pretty good from that hill.
Hey, 10-4, will you go take it, let the examiner look at it? I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know you even had a heart. No, just kidding.
Yeah, I got a small heart. But anyways, the other day I went for a damn physical thing there, and anyways, somebody did EKG over at Trident. Well, they come back and said I had a blockage in my artery, and I wasn't going to live to see 48 hours. So I run to the cardiologist, and they hooked me up and checked me out and did blood work and the whole 9 yards, and said them people over there didn't know what they were talking about there, right?
Yeah, they'll kill you over there. They killed my mother and my father, so stay away from that place.
Yeah, you can't go to Trident to have a test run no more without somebody not knowing how to do the job right.
John died right. Hell of that Bob, too.
Stop eating right here to you there, crazy man. I'm making a telephone over there, man. I'm down here by the airport on Dorchester Road.
Well, you don't have no problem with that. You know better than that now. I think you might got somebody right in this afternoon today.
No, I hear you. No. Well, I ain't doing but 2.5 watt deck key with a 4 watt forward swing, man. That's all I'm getting out of it.
Top 4 down, all right. No, hope you have a good happy day coming up to you there. They found 2 hearts at 1940. You know, I was really lucky. I didn't get a drop of rain or anything. And I noticed today that all of the rain looked like it was west of 95. But tomorrow it could be anywhere. Okay.
21, if you were talking to me, I didn't hear you. I had a bunch of ground noise.
That was 1940 talking. I was wondering if you could hear 1940.
Yeah, I heard 1940 good. You got a big radio now. 1940 done jumped way up there in the radio world. He got a... Stop leaving it to you 1940. Eagle beat 52, Moby.
Damn fool. I tell you what, you can't believe what everybody says.
410, let me get some gas. I'll holler back at y'all.
I don't think that 1961 coming down here. You might got too many Kool-Aid put down here.
Where's old White Dog?
I got raise him up nearly. It's better have than let the white dogs out. That's been unusual. I hadn't been able to hear him in the radio probably over a week. I called him yesterday afternoon coming home. Oh, he put it out there in the DX van early party yesterday afternoon. I heard him. He spoke to me. I spoke back to him. That's it. Damn fool. I can usually recognize his voice when he's on there, but, you know, the last couple of days, either I wasn't on there, I haven't been on there myself that much. I'd go skip a little bit, but other than that, you know, that's about the most illegal thing I can do, I think. Yeah, what then? Well, it's like this. I can't see where those people are at on there that I talk to. You know, they could be pulling a prank on me. I think that right down the street, they say they're not. They're in like California, and I don't know how they could be in California. I think there's some people hiding in the bushes with walkie-talkies, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Yeah, they're waving the antenna back and forth and making the signal go up and down. Supposedly the FCC is is looking at making it legal to talk skip on CB. Probably, I guess they might as well. Nobody ever, I've never heard of them enforcing that. If they have, it's been decades since they've done it.
Would you let me know when they do so I can do some of that?
I'll be sure to call you up and say, okay, 21, you can talk skip now. I know all these decades you've been itching to talk skip, but being you're the completely legal beagle that you are, I know that you've been holding back.
Boy, I tell you, whenever that day comes, look out.
You got that right, Jack.
Yeah, and when I talked to those people over in the they said they were in the United Kingdom and Australia and New Zealand, they were lying. They're really just down the street.
Yeah.
And the fact that the guy down in the United and down under in the Australia talked like this, he was just faking it.
Yeah.
I think they got some language experts hide around here do that.
Yeah, see, like, I just get in there and I'd get up on sideband and talk to you like this and tell you I'm down under when really I'm sitting over here just a few miles away from you. Never heard him.
Okay.
I haven't heard Australia lately, but I did about a week ago. Ireland was coming in.
You did talk to the postman. That's one of the first times I talked to Australia. Me and you both were up there talking to the guy. And then after I told you about this, after I went and got done, I went down to 28, was listening and talking, and then Malcolm South come down there and said, hey, y'all want to go up to Channel 38 or whatever it was, because Australia's coming in there. There's 21 and that kid, Night Ranger up there.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. That kid. Yeah, you're so much older than me.
I know it.
Here I am just trying to still get my whiskers in.
Yeah, you just got that peach fuzz.
Maybe one day I'll be able to get a mustache.
Well, hope you don't get hair in you beard like crazy, man. You might as well, that's like bristles on a hog, man. You gotta swinge them off.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I still think I'm a kid, and then I look in the mirror and I'm like, what the hell happened?
1940, you did have a copy on me out there, Bigger?
Sample, I've had a good copy of it.
10-4 on a good copy, yeah, man. Roger that. Will you tell me good down here by the airport in North Charleston?
Sample, that's what I heard you say, 1020, and you've been sounding good.
Yeah, please, come on. I thought that's you that keyed up. Yeah, 10-4 there, you can be with your radio sounding bodacious down here in North Charleston there, Roger.
Sample, appreciate the flowers.
Yeah, you got me hitting me about 8 pounds down here. Right at 9. Well, I can do that. I'd be good to do it too. Oh, you do your thing. I'm in your neck of the woods. I'm over here by the airport there. Come on. This old barefoot radio can't put much on you. I hear you.
Go ahead, Ed, and to you. We got to put a $5 radio and that put it on your bad.
Hey, Star Patrol, what kind of radio are you talking on? Is that $2 radio, $5 radio, or $4.99 radio?
Oh, there's that 50-cent radio. 50-cent radio, 25-cent microphone, and a dime antenna.
All right.
What kind of radio are you talking on tonight there on 21?
Hey, I'm Galaxy Saturn. Hey, is that 500? Yeah, Roger. We got that old radio night. We got you on there, and that Night Ranger, he's recording there that 1968 and a half, or whatever the number is, 61. He just checked in there, Roger. hollered on it too. Hey, the other night I heard you out there and you was talking on something like a jawbone special or do more not special or some kind of thing. Man, you was blasting in. And then Chili Willie, you was doing some 10-5 for Chili Willie. I couldn't get back to you. You couldn't hear me for nothing. Special, or what kind of thing was that? Tell us to knock him upside the head. We go. Oh, J.B. Stone, okay. I don't know where I got the high heel shoe from there, but anyway. All right, then 1961 coming there and put a hammer on you, Roger. You got the high heel shoe because you used to get knocked in your head with one of them back in the day. I could have got you that night because that Chili Willie, he's a friend of mine here, and yeah, he's up there at that Manning, at that Truck Stop America exit up there. I don't know what exit it is. You turn one way and you go to Sumter, and you go another way, you go to Manning, and you go back up in there where Lady Sparkles lives at. Special on the back with that a magnet set up. Yeah, Roger, that's the first one I ever seen like that, you know. He had that special covered up magnet set, that style and profile and, you know, set up there with that covered up magnets and all, you know, that decorative plastic cover. And he had that black Al Capone there, Roger. Hey, Roger, on that there. All right, well, if you would pass the file to him, I said hello. I'm going to get on the side so them other fellas can holler at you there. 500, that stinky foot, Big Ben. Hey, have a good one, man. We'll do it again. 21, we go. No doubt, no doubt. Hey, 1961. Yeah, Big Ben said, don't be trying to make him put that big thing, big box on, and hook up on your head there, Roger. Well, it don't take much to step on me, man. I'm here for the Roger. Yeah. Well, you know how y'all do, how them fellas do. They give that CB disclaimer now. It's something like I said, like a one-armed man fight. You get in a fight with a one-armed man. If you beat him, everybody say, oh, man, you beat a one-armed man. And if you don't beat him, you say, oh, you couldn't even beat a one-armed man. So how y'all operate, you say, begin with, right? You know conditions ain't in your favor. You say, I'm just on my ground plane. I'm just on my 1.5 pill. I'm on barefoot. My mic is turned around backwards, anything. But now, if the shoe's on the other foot, you know you can get them, man, you don't even bring that up. Come on. Oh, when I see on somebody with this little stuff over here, I be letting everybody know. I'm running up with that, and that's all I have. But right now, I'm just barefooted, sitting right down here. Okay, I believe you too.
Don't forget, you missed one. I'm on my baby driver. That's what they say.
Oh yeah, baby driver. All my stuff is them boys baby driver. Everything I run with is a baby driver. It might be them boys, that's them boys. My big boss is them boys baby driver.
I remember listening to one guy say he was on his baby driver, and when somebody asked him what it was, he said it was a 3CX 1500A7. Yeah, that's a big baby if you ask me. Yeah, 3CX 1500A7 is bigger than anything I got.
I guess he's up there somewhere around Manning. I guess. That's where I think he's at up there. I don't know.
That's right. I told him before. He's up there on the other side of, might have been, attention to that.
Yeah, 10-4. We'll have to send the police up there and find out exactly where he is there, Roger.
Yeah, send a homing pigeon up there and send him a message and send him, get that thing back.
He wouldn't come back. He'd have that thing on the grill.
Well, yeah, I would too. Who up there in St. Matthew?
Big Ben.
Big Ben in St. Matthew? He up in, he's in St. Matthew, isn't he?
Oh, it's in Manning. I don't know.
Yeah, he's in Manning. He's up there around Manning area. Yeah, up there in St. Matthew's area. I've seen one antenna up there on a 601. Guy got a beam up there, and that's what he called himself, 601. There's another guy called himself 412 up in that area, but I ain't heard them in a long time.
How about 48-1?
I've heard him. 48-1 is up there in Manning.
Is he still alive?
We're really down. Yeah, he was out there doing some DX in the other night out there.
Oh, okay. He's got to be 1,000 years old.
Yeah, he up there, him and Easy Rider, all of them up there.
Well, I'm going to stand by. Somebody else is in there. Everybody else needs to talk, not me. Crazy man, you're not going to say hello to Star Patrol?
Pull them out. I suppose, are you all on beams listening to him?
Not me.
10-4, cause I'm on a ground plane, and I was getting, well, I had some ground noise with it too, but I was getting about a 4 on it.
Yeah, come on. Where? Negatory. Up near, you know where, Miller Man used to live? Miller Man? Yeah, Cooper Store Road.
Cooper Store, that's Crossroads.
You know where that is?
Yeah, who's that up on, anybody know?
Is that near Givens? What kind of beams does it look like? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know who it is there anymore. I don't know. But I don't know who lives up there anymore.
Patrol, you get your feet still popped up and you wriggling your toes over there. Yeah, you know, crazy, that what I'm doing. Yeah, I know you better get your feet out of them shoes, man. Your feet so bad get them doggone shoes and them socks off. Yeah, I made it. Yeah, man, but I mean, I was in that thing, I seen that heat. That right, biting bushes today. Try to find his monkey jump on me. He too got me. You never quite did it, though.
I did. Yeah, like yesterday was so hot, and then later on we had a little thunderstorm came through here and knocked the power off.
We ain't seen no thunderstorm, really. We see it going around us. Well, all the way around us, misses all the governments. Look at this. 21, you see that 30,000, nice and cool and all like that. And we heard the thunder way off for distance. Beautiful big clouds, all of them joining up together there. Look like a damn bunch of Comanches get together ready to do warfare.
I did well there. Yeah, yesterday it came through here. Oh, I think that little storm came through here.
I'm over there by Trident House, but damn it, boy. I didn't know I had it over there. I knew they went across and once more out, like was water bug on that.
I came well there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just listening to 1961 and Crazy Man talking.
You doing that mobile?
Spanish people talking.
Station's pretty close to me out here in Loud and Clear. They cut the cover them up, but they started coming in about 10 minutes ago, I reckon.
No, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I be a nut and sometimes I'm not.
Hey, 5-2. Yeah, whenever you talk to that 529, how about get him to give me a holler there, Roger? What's he doing now? What's he doing right now? Yeah, what's he working, you reckon? Oh, I didn't know he's still working. I mean, this time of night. Probably not this time of night. He's already at the house. But, he's hanging out there originally with my daddy right now. Oh, okay. That's why you ain't heard him on the beat. Get on the mobile in the morning times and then sometimes in the afternoon. But, he's living out there originally right now. Just to do it. Trying to help him out. That's good. Well, if you talk to him, I will try to get in touch with him. No emergency, no big deal. Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to let everybody know what I wanted to talk to him about, you know. But I don't know if he is, but... Oh, I hear you on that. I ain't letting everybody know either, but anyway. But anyways, man, I'll fix the message right now, 21. Does he got your number? Negatory. I think I got his, though, somewhere. All right, just give me a minute. I'll holler. Yeah, ain't no big deal. It don't have to be right now, you know. Hey, well, it don't have to be right now, man. Just want to try to keep up with it. Okie dokie. All right, well, let me get on the side there. I'm back out. All right. I found out that they have a extra padding in the front, and that gives me a little bit more support. There, Roger?
Servicio privada, Revolución 26.
21, I think that your handle is messing up the Spanish mind.
Well, good.
He'll mess them up good when you get out of all this channels. All the more channels I had to take this.
Well, they probably all get messed up, you know, this time of the evening when that skip starts coming in. As Sandbagger calls it, when Sweaty Betty starts coming in.
Who's that guy to holler for me? Oh, okay.
1961, that little big man, little Biggie died, eh? Yeah, 410. I tell you what, I went there one time and I didn't know what he had. I looked over there and he had that set of beams over there. Crazy day in the morning, man. That's the biggest set of beams I ever seen in my life. He had them on a crank-up tower and he had it sitting down, and it must have been a 10 element. That thing was huge, man. Great day in the morning. I thought it was a freaking airplane up there. I said, man, I was telling somebody, he said, hey, don't be telling him what I got. Oh, like a skull cracker? Yeah, Volkswagen engineer. Prime Minister, he don't even get on the radio anymore, eh? Well, I heard on all time, so I ain't on telling it. He might, sitting back there working on a whole bunch of stuff. I think he's going to do a music thing, but he like that. Yeah, Roger. I don't know. He had a good setup. I guess he might have been, the man might have been on him or something, who knows. But he had a big old setup out there. He had a water cool box, didn't he? Yeah, them water cool stuff. Yeah, a lot of them boys up there in that northwest corner, they got that stuff up there. Yeah, I don't think he built that. I think he just put his name on it, or put Skullcracker on it. I think he might have been behind it. He might have been putting some dollars in it, but I don't think, I know he worked on radios and all, but I don't know. You think he's the one building that stuff? Well, I don't think he did that water cool stuff, but I think he did. I think that he's doing building them things now. 410, yeah, I didn't even know he's still doing them there. Yeah, you don't see him out here too much. Of course, Beast, whatever happened to him, he's going by Skullcracker. Yeah, he still be out there. He still be out there in the mobile doing this thing.
The one you used to hear down there on 6 that used to just rule that channel was that guy down in Texas, Clarence Carter. I haven't heard him in a long time, but I don't generally get down to 6 anyway. But I know when he used to, many years ago, when I used to hear him key down on channel 6, I mean, he locked it up. I don't know what he was running, but it had to be something big. That's about the only guy I've seen down on the Super Bowl that just key it down and lock it up day after day, and the rest of them just, they were all underneath him.
mowed the grass around my house.
It's a little dark to be mowing it now.
I was talking about these people that can speak Spanish and hide in it.
Well, they're supposed to be, you know, running from Trump or, you know, heading back the other way or gonna be standing in front of the wall, I guess, trying to get over it or dig under it.
Getting more than that today. I don't know whether you heard it or not, but he took back everything that Obama did with Cuba and put them back where they were before.
Well, what's a dreamer? They said they're going to send the dreamers back. I don't know. That's the first I ever heard of the dreamers.
That's the kid, I guess, kids or something like that. But, you know, I just kind of felt like they ought to just make up with Cuba. Because, I mean, that was back in the 60s. And as Ron Paul said, if the purpose of all the sanctions and all that stuff was to unhinge Fidel Castro, it obviously didn't work. So, honestly, that's about the only thing Obama did that I actually agreed with. Why keep the feud going with Cuba that long? You know, we obviously failed in our attempt to get rid of Fidel Castro, and that was all the way back in the 60s. So get over it.
I think they ought to go ahead and get in Cuba, man. There's all kind of stuff down there, you know, that people could benefit for. All those people down there, they need a cell phone, they need CB radios, they need refrigerators, man. You know what? Shoot, people could be making a lot of money down there, but helping them out too, you know. I don't know anything about it. I don't even, that's so much propaganda in this country. They lie about everything, you know. We don't know what they're doing anywhere else unless you go there. And I don't know. I don't get in politics. I don't care who's in there. Anyway, I don't mention anything because you never know who likes who or who wants who. It's always, if I say, well, I like so-and-so. Oh, you? No, good. I said, well, it's same other people. I said, well, I like that guy then. Well, I go, oh, you know, so I don't say anything.
You know, about a week or two ago, Megyn Kelly, now that she's with, what is it, MSNBC, she was interviewing Putin, and she was talking about Russian interference in the election, you know. He really put her in her place. He laughed. He said, the United States sticks his nose basically in everybody else's business. You really have, you know, have no credibility at pointing the finger. And of course, he said that Russia didn't have anything to do with it. But he told her, he basically said the mainstream media in the United States had vivid imaginations and obviously didn't have much else to think about or to do.
Yeah, they make up a bunch of stuff, man. I tell you, it's crazy. Like that guy shooting that fella and those other people, you know. I don't know why he did it. They're saying that President Trump made him do it. Well, why would he have anything to do with it, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know who did what. All I know is that guy shot him. It wasn't the gun's fault. It wasn't Obama's fault. It wasn't Trump's fault. It was his fault. He did it. He shot him. And that's the way it is. He's the one that they need to go at. You know, it's not the gun, not anybody else. He did it.
Yeah, well, if a man's determined to kill somebody, he'll find a way. Gun, knife, whatever. You know, bomb.
That's like Star Patrol over there. He wants to run that big box he's got over there. Now, if I say, for instance, if I'd have sold it to him or whatever, and I'm not the one tearing his neighbors up, I'm not the one doing anything. He's the one using it. But they might say, well, he wouldn't have been doing it if you hadn't have sold it to him. Well, he'd have got one from somebody else, you know, and so that's what I'm trying to get at. You know, they all blame the one doing it. Star Patrol, hey, you like how I brought you into that? Where you go, Star Patrol?
That Skip's been covering him up over here. I've been having trouble hearing him.
Is that you out there, Star Patrol? Can you go like dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, and then let me know if that's you?
Time to turn on that 4-2 Belkin.
Yeah. Watch out if he gets in trouble, you made him do it.
Just like it's my fault that you were late.
I know it.
Even though I don't know how I did that, but I guess it's my fault. Hey, 21.
Come on.
There's this guy that's been jamming 38 lower sideband since about 2010. It's this nut job ham operator, Philip Heath, up in Madison, Ohio. And about a year or two ago, somebody was really getting bent out of shape out of him jamming the channels. And they were talking about they couldn't get the FCC over there to do anything. I said, well, I know one way for certain to get the government over on his doorstep. I said, many years ago, my deceased friend Greg got drunk and called up the sheriff's department. He was ranting and raving about stuff in the middle of the night. And this was back in the 1980s. I said, at some point he said something about shooting President Bush, and this was George H. Bush, the first one. And I said, the next morning while he was passed out on the couch, there was a knock on his door, and it was the sheriff's department and 2 Secret Service agents. And they took all his guns and took him down to the mental hospital in Columbia and did a psychiatric evaluation. So anyway, I told that story on 38 lower sideband while that idiot Philip Heath was in there listening, trying to jam us. Well, back in the earlier part of this year, apparently he was on this ham forum called HamIsland.net, and they banned him. And he got mad and claimed he did that. He claimed that he called up the Secret Service and told them they were going to shoot Trump. And we haven't heard a damn peep out of him since then. I wonder if he's sitting in a jail cell for filing a false report. And if he did, he got the idea from me. Anyway, he's been in there every year since 2010, religiously jamming 38 lower sideband during the summer. And I talked to a guy named Kenny up in Cleveland. He said they haven't heard him. And so Kenny's been looking into it, and he thinks he may have gotten in trouble for doing that.
That'd be great.
Especially if I'm the one that put the bug in his ear in the first place. I'll get an extra kick out of that if it was my suggestion that wound up putting him in the slammer.
Now if you could just get rid of Blue Waffle.
You know that guy, he's been, that ham guy, he's been using the other guy's ham call sign. The call is AE5LB. That's not Blue Waffle, but he's been using that ham call. You heard it on that video. I contacted that guy, the real AE5LB, and I just sent him the video and showed him Blue Waffle. And apparently Blue Waffle's mad at that guy in that ham club because he got booted out of that ham club.
Okay.
So anyway, the real AE5LB thanked me. He said, yeah, that's definitely not me, and he was already familiar with the Blue Waffle.
Well, he knows who it is then.
Yeah. And we got this other nut job down in Warner Robins, Georgia, which is Donald Anderson, N4TAT. Goes by Funky Monkey and Prozac Kid and Baby Killer. He's too close for me to... he's too close for me to hear him coming in Skip, but I hear everybody else out there in Skip complaining about him, and he's a nut job too.
Well, I've almost got an hour recording, so I'm going to have to cut it down and come back and listen. I enjoyed it, man, in 1940, 1961, 19116, and 19116, and I'll be standing by. Boy, I do want to say this. I always respect constructive criticism. Don't ever feel like you hurt my feelings by telling me how to do something better. I try to keep an open mind, and I have lived all my life by trying to learn something new every day. Well, that's like me. If you think you know everything, you don't, you know, and I love to learn things. I'll tell you what, it seems like it makes me feel better. If I find that I've learned something, it makes me, I don't know, I feel better somehow. It's weird. But anyway, no, I constantly learning, man. I like to learn, and I don't like to try to tell anybody anything or mention anything. You have to be careful about that. You know that. And I appreciate you realizing that, and I'd never try to tell anybody anything to hurt them there. I sure wouldn't. some, I want to say this, and I want this particular person or persons to understand this. There is some jealous people on this radio, and they're around here and they're not around here. They're jealous of everything you do and everything you say, everything you got, and they're envious and jealous. And I don't know why. I have no idea. It's obvious, and it's either they have low self-esteem or I have no idea. I'm not a psychiatrist there, but that's one thing about me. I might be a lot of things, but I don't care what you got or what anybody else has. You know, they say, don't you want a truck? Look at that truck he's got. Don't you want one like that? I said, well, I'd like to have one like that, but I mean, I feel sorry for the guy. Well, what do you mean? Well, he's got to pay $400 a month. I can't afford that $770,000 pickup truck. I said, that guy's having to come off a bunch of money every month there. I said, you know, I've got other things, you know, kids and all like that I've had to pay for too. If I hadn't had my kids, I could have had the Battleship Bismarck sitting in my backyard. But anyway, all right, well, that's what I wanted to tell you. I don't try to hurt anybody. And so I try to get along the best I can. But I will say this, if you don't want to get along with me, that's up to you. But I try the best I can.
Well, I'll make it very clear. I don't wear my feelings on my sleeve, and I don't envy anybody else. Or if I do, I don't mean to. You know, that I got what I got by making it myself, and I know other people have got a lot more than I have, and it doesn't bother me at all.
I need to get rid of some of my junk.
I get a little bit envious of that a night range over there with all the big old boxes he's got over there, you know, that he puts on the radios and all. But other than that, everything's fine.
Well, as far as I know, the biggest thing I got is about the same size as the biggest thing you got.
I hear you.
I think I'll stay out of that.
I was going to say, did she say that? But I didn't get it right.
Well, it sounds like all of you are just about talked out, and I have certainly enjoyed it. It's been a great night. In fact, it was really good before all of the junk started coming in from across the border. But other than that, I hope everybody has a great tomorrow and a better next day.
We enjoyed it. Sounds like the skip is starting to die out. You know, we get about that 30-40 minutes of what they call gray line skip, where Mexico and Central and South America goes through the roof. But sounds like we're on the downside now.
Sounds like it's kind of fading out now.
Therefore, I noticed my needle stopped down a lot.
Hey, that 1940, can you hear that number 3 at the Park Circle?
I have talked to number 3. Is that the one? That's the number 3 that I've talked to once or twice, I think, is the one that's in Goose Creek.
Yeah, well, this is the real one there. He's down. They got all these other number 3s, you know. They just get these numbers there. But that's that roundabout. They're calling for that roundabout.
10-4, that's in North Charleston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10-4. All right. I will wish all of you a good night and a better tomorrow. And this old man is going to say 10-7 and go to bed. You'll have a great one.
Good night there, Eagle. 1940, 52 Mobile setup. You're back quiet.
See you later, 1940. Yeah, he was going to come back to you there, Eagle Beak. That number 3 is trying to come back to you.
Yeah, I got the Eagle Beak. It's real good out there.
Yeah.
10-4. I was pulling me out there a little bit, but he I'm still getting a lot of ground noise up there, but I could hear him.
You hear it? Number 3.
Talk loud.
All right, I'm gonna stand by.
Roger B, number 3.
You have a Roger B phone in number 3. Okay, he turned it off there, 5-2.
Yeah, well, all I can about here is Roger. I'm over here at 19. There, Roger.
Okay.
But that ain't number 3. Truck.
No, it's before him. It's before him there. They just got those numbers, just made them up irregardless of, well, irregardless is not a word, but in regard to whoever had the number out there, they just came and, but it wasn't his fault there. He didn't know. But anyway, that's just the way it is.
This was what he, you say it's the original number 3, Roger.
Yeah, that's roundabout. He goes way back in the 70s there, Roger.
Well, we can on the roundabout there. You say he's in North Charleston. I guess you say roundabout. That's part of the circle down there, right?
Well, that's his handle.
Oh, roundabout's his handle. Ken Roger. Yeah, I'm down here, way down here by and all that steam goes out and smokes up there, everything, and kind of smells like mushrooms everywhere, 10-4. I'm getting a look over now. There's something about part of the circle down there, but I couldn't pull it. But anyways, you never find neither.
Yeah, 10-4. Well, can you hear him there, Night Ranger?
Yeah, weekly, but I can hear him.
You go on the flat side. Are you on the flat side there, Night Ranger?
No, I'm on the J-pole, vertical. All my horizontal antennas are hooked to the other radio on the other desk.
Okay. He can go flat. He's on a PDL too. Well, he's on a ground plane too, but he's got a beam over there.
Yeah, this is a ground plane right here.
He's not moving my needle, but I can hear him.
You're on a ground plane right there. I'm on the ground plane, the number 3 roundabout. This is roundabout oversight. Park Circle. Yeah, I'm way over here by Park Circle. They call me number 3, the roundabout. 10-4, come back to me one time. You know that Park Circle, I must be in Texas. Yep, that's where he is. He's in Park Circle. Can't find him over there. I guarantee you will never find him. It's hitting real good. Crazy man, what kind of copy do you have on me? Do you have a pretty good copy on the crazy man? Oh, I got about 2.5 and 3. Yeah, I'll take that. That's pretty good.
I got a pretty good copy on you up here.
Yeah, 10-4. I think I got about 7 or 8 on you.
Oh, good. Audio. Thank you.
Oh, wait, now I looked again. It's you way up there in the cherry patch. You up there about a 20.
No way.
Yeah, I got you up there in the red and the 20.
Oh, good. That's better than 7 then.
I think you got about 2 or 3 on me. Come back to me, crazy man. I bet you got about 3 or 4 on me. Oh, I got a good 5 on you. Oh, my phone's ringing. Let me answer my phone. I figure where you bluff, friends. Hey, that's the neighbors tell me get off of that thing.
Cappuccino. Vamoose. Vamoose. Cappuccino.
me and wife don't go